All right, hello everyone. How are y'all today? I'm all right. I can't complain. It look like I'm in a good mood, and I'm just in a good mood. Cause guess what? I done had some stuff happen today, but I'm all right. I'm blessed still. Oh, that feel good to say. Hallelujah. All right, the word for the day is dedication. Okay, let me go ahead and I like to get my handy dandy dictionary. It's a little raggedy, but baby, look, this is my little trusty, dusty dictionary. Dedication. Okay, and another thing I thought to myself, I don't know, this weed giving me Whitney Houston vibes. I feel like that video she was doing like that in. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. And see, y'all be talking about people, but I be loving people regardless of what they got going on. Whitney Houston was that woman, so not too much. Dedication, okay? I'm talking too much instead of looking. Hold on. I'm sidetracking myself. I'm not going off the record until I'm done finding the word dedication. So should I do dedicate? I'm going to do dedicate first. Dedicate, it says to set apart for a sacred or solemn person. That's a good one. It says give up wholly or earnestly to some person. Ooh, I like that one. To give up wholly or earnestly. And this holy, WHOLLY, that means to the entirety of you giving yourself to somebody else. Okay, now let me tell you. All right, in dedication, they got a setting apart, a being set apart for a sacred or solemn purpose, a giving up wholly or earnestly to some person or purpose, words dedicating a book, poem, etc. to a friend or a patron. All right, let's get into it. All right, now, so let me tell you what made me think about the word dedication, okay? Because I am dedicated to my job. And sometimes I feel like that dedication be too much. I feel like I give too much to this job, okay? If you know me, you know what my job is. But I'm going to just say it, use your context clues. I don't like to say exactly what it is, but let's just say I work with kids, okay? Now, you have to, especially when dealing with kids. I don't care what is going on. I don't care what these kids are doing. You, as an adult, need to remember that these are still children. It don't matter what age, whether they 5 or 15, they are still children that need guidance. So with that being said, when you dedicate yourself to anything, okay, I think that's what's missing, shall I say, with this generation. There is no dedication. There's no purpose to a lot of things people do. They just have something, just say they got it. Not because they dedicated to it. Not because they sacrificed themselves to it. Not because they're giving themselves wholly to it. You're only doing it because you feel like you got to. So what are you dedicating your time to? And this is my thing too. I really want to talk about dedication on a job in general. Because a lot of people are doing jobs that they don't want to do, and then since they don't want to do it, they treating the people that come across their path wrong and just ignorantly. I can't stand if I go to a fast food restaurant, you got an attitude with me because you got my food code. I want some fresh food. That was the reason I came here. And if you mad because I done brought back you this cold food you tried to serve me, that could get me sick. Like I said, there is the lack of dedication. Okay? People like to use their positions. That's what we supposed to use our positions for the betterment of everybody. It don't matter what you're doing. If you have to serve people, you need to be dedicated to whatever it is God got you doing at that time. Okay? I'm going to keep using this fast food as a scenario because I've been there. My first job was Popeyes, okay? But when you came through my Popeyes line, you had buttery biscuits. No, you wasn't going to choke. Your food was fresh. I made sure of that. We ain't do no cold fries. We only put a little bit of fries. Fries don't take nothing but 7 minutes to cook. So as soon as you hear fries on that intercom, drop them boys. Okay? You ain't have them problems. You ain't have to worry about napkins in your bag. You ain't have to worry about if you missing silverware. Because I was dedicated. That's what God had me for that time being. And like I said, I put myself in other people's shoes sometimes. I'm a customer too. I'm not always the worker. So when I go somewhere, I want to be satisfied. I don't want you sitting up here give me cold food. I don't want you to give me a cold shoulder because you don't want to be here. Okay? Many days, I don't feel like showing up. But God got me showing up, so when I show up, I make sure I show out. I'm not just going to show up. Okay? The dedication. That's another word for this year. And I'm going to put it like this too. If you find yourself in a position where you feel like I can't even dedicate myself to this, that means make some changes. But while you're doing that, stop making people miserable. Stop making people miserable. Stop making people feel like they owe you. They don't owe you nothing. They don't owe you a thing. And they are 9 times out of 10 ain't the one that made you mad. So, if you don't want to be where you at, y'all, find another option. If you don't want to dedicate, actually take dedication to what you got to do, putting yourself wholly into it. If you can't do that, you don't need to be there. But like I said, if you are uncomfortable where you at, then that's another thing. Don't sit up here and make somebody else miserable. That's not fair, y'all. That ain't right. It ain't right. Y'all got people paying for your transgressions or paying for your feelings. And nah, you only control what you do. Okay? So next time I do go to McDonald's and I ask for fresh cookies, I should hear, yes, ma'am, you need anything else? Instead of, all right. Boy, y'all so rude at McDonald's. It ain't just McDonald's. But I'm just, they really bad over there. I never, it's so bad. When I go to other McDonald's and they nice, I feel like the food is something else wrong. That's sad, ain't it? It's backwards. Y'all got people so confused. We don't know how to respond to what's right and what's good for us. But that's a word for the day. Dedication. Alright? I got one more thing to say. Hold on. I'm sorry. These people cut me off, and you know, I don't get why people cut you off and then go slow. And that ain't even what I was on here for. I was really trying to get the dedication definition one more time up in here, because I want that to fester in some of these people's minds, really this younger generation. I don't know. They be making me feel like I'm old, because I be talking about back in my day, and I ain't that old. I ain't that much older than y'all. So the fact that I gotta say back in my day and it's only a few years back, that's a problem. Okay? It's to set aside for a sacred and solemn purpose for me. If this thing is not sacred or solemn to you, like I said, you have to make adjustments. I'm gonna use this road. I don't dedicate myself to this road because it ain't sacred or solemn. No, I'm just kidding. But I really hate driving, y'all. The people be driving stupid. I'm paying attention. I got hands free. But my God, I really be sitting up here just everybody in a rush. I wish they would dedicate their time to driving safely. Maybe it would be a safer place too, huh? And that's why I say I only use jobs as an example, but this is for everything. This is for everything. Figure out what it is that you dedicate yourself to and what you're not dedicating yourself to. Is it bringing you goodness or is it bringing you badness? All right, now I'm running out of time per usual. Peace. I'm gonna let it run out.